All right, guys, I think we're gonna kick this thing off and
Yeah.
let's have fun. So I'm John, this is Ryan, and you guys are on Maniacs Garage. This is our first ever live stream on YouTube, and we thought we would tackle some of the comments that we received over the last year or so building the 49 Ford body swap BMW. And we're now starting on a new project. So we just thought it'd be kind of cool to come and share some of this with you guys. And feel free to leave us some comments right now live. We're going to address those towards the end of this stream as well. And so I think with that, Jim is not here with us today. He's taking care of some fatherly duties, which we do support 100%. So he's gone with his girls out of town. So it's just us right now.
Yeah.
So, all right, Ryan. Well, hey, why don't you kick this thing off, man?
Yeah, and you mentioned we did the 49 Ford body swapped onto a BMW. Didn't just body swap it. It's very custom if you've followed us along at all. Got some wide body type fenders on there, some status racing seats with a full race inspired interior. Started off with a u-weld kit from Autopower for the roll cage, and then added to that a bunch of different bars. If you've seen it, like on the shirt, got a big old turbo sticking out through the hood. Nice big Garrett Motion G30-900 on there. We used a docked race intake setup and turbo manifold, slightly modified to get the exhaust sitting up, or the turbo sitting up nice and high where we wanted it. Big old fat Hostile wheels on there, wrapped in some Toyo meats, thanks to those guys. And couldn't have done it without the Boxo tools. Totally hooked us up with a nice big full toolbox. Great stuff, and worked great.
Yeah, definitely made life easier. So yeah, thanks guys at Boxo. All right, so to recap real quick, the inspiration for the project came to me a few years ago. I've been working on a real estate business for about 15 years now, and for some reason I stopped building cars cold turkey during that time. I do have a history of building custom stuff, done things like a chop top Astro van that was on the cover of Mini Truckin' magazine. Did a Scirocco that had 6 wheels, it's tandem, and had gullwing doors that was on the cover of Sport Compact Car. And I had a bunch of other things in between. And for some reason, I stopped building when I came out to Arizona, started working on real estate. So I started itching, and I really wanted to get back into the game, build something really wild. And the 49 Shoebox was just always a car that I really dug. I liked how they looked when you chopped the roof on them. And so that's kind of where the inspiration came for the car. And I got to be honest with you guys, the body swap was probably inspired by watching YouTube, and specifically watching B's for Build and channels like Built Official and a slew of others. And it's really cool too, because the whole thing kind of came full circle, because when we took our 49 to the SEMA show last year, 2021, we got to meet Chris from B's for Build, did an interview with him. You guys can see that interview on our channel. And we met some other guys as well. We met Caleb from Built Official, Anthony from Hardcore Fab. I mean, some cool guys out there that we looked up to, you know, as we were working on our project. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah, and a little bit of my history. I've always modified cars, never anywhere near this extreme, but you know, all the way back to my first car, had some nice wheels on it, lowered it, tinted out, awesome stereo systems. So I've been into cars my whole life as well. As I got older, transitioned more to the truck and Jeep side, built a lot of big trucks, fab my own suspension and bumpers and roll bars and stuff. But yeah, we just love cars, love trucks, and love messing with them.
And we love the Lord.
And we love the Lord.
So that's been a really cool bond amongst us in the garage out here with all the guys. and hence the name for our 49 Ford body swap BMW. We call it Born Again 49. And so you guys can check out more on that on our website.
Anyways, let's get to some comments.
Yeah. Let's
have some fun.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Lalo,
why don't you take some?
Lalo Espinoza said, B is for Bill. Oh, my beer, he does 3 body swaps in 1 year. Well, he's doing it full time, and he's got some guys working for him. We all 3 of us work elsewhere full time and just get together on the weekends to do this. So,
and not even every weekend at that.
Not even every weekend at that. No. Last year was a little rough doing every weekend for almost 2 years straight, and taking a little slower with future builds. Probably trying to do every other weekend right now, and going that way. Disease says, my favorite build on Insta. Can't believe this finally showed up on his YouTube stream. Awesome, man. Glad we're getting some traction, and mostly just glad everybody loves this car. Yeah, we like it, but it's very satisfying to see that other people like it as well. It's a lot of fun. Gil Navarro says, awesome build, guys. Thanks a lot, Gil. Appreciate it, man. It does mean a lot to us. Asimium77 says, was very impressed when I discovered this build. I love seeing something new done with such a common custom car. Yeah, 2 very common cars that have a lot done to them. You see some 49s modified. A lot of them are fairly stockish. Chop tops kind of common, but to body swap one onto a BMW, I don't think we've ever seen that done before.
So actually, I gotta correct you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm tracking a lot of these, right?
Yeah.
So there are several 49, 50, 51, which is the shoebox body, has been swapped onto other things.
Okay.
Predominantly Mustangs. There's
Okay.
a couple or maybe a few that I know of that are on Mustangs, newer Mustangs. There is one, would you believe it, that is on a BMW, but it is on a diesel, which actually is really cool.
That is cool.
That would have been a really cool platform. But anyway, so yeah, there is another one. Totally different look. They didn't go wide, didn't go chopped. It looks like a sleeper, I think it's a 50. So anyway, yeah, there it is.
Interesting. Okay.
But ours is still uber unique. So.
Yeah. CGI1 says, subbed after seeing you at SEMA on Hardcore Fab channel. Can't wait to see the videos of this amazing build. Cool, man. Thanks for following along. And thank you to Hardcore Fab for sharing our car. That's awesome. Michael Colt says, I found your channel from the interview you did with Anthony from Hardcore Fab. I love that you show almost every step it takes to create a custom one-off creation. Job and channel well done. Thank you, Michael. We're not doing the videos necessarily for us. We're doing them for you guys. So that's awesome that you guys are able to follow along, and glad you're enjoying it. Tufik La Authentic.
You did pretty good with that name. I was wondering what you're going to do.
Says, a masterpiece. The story behind it's even more inspiring. Great job. Cheers from Switzerland. Awesome.
Switzerland.
Love an international. We got a couple of international comments, and that's so cool and humbling to see that this car is world renowned.
Yeah, that's super cool. So, hey, all right, I got to address these. There's a ton of these comments on our channel. So here come the Bruce Willis comments, at least a few of them. So I know I got my hat on and glasses right now, and you don't see the resemblance, but I guess you got to go back in some of the videos because we're getting comments that I look like Bruce Willis. So here's one. Phil Mart, he says, are you Bruce Willis's long lost twin? No, I am not. But it's fun. I've had it my whole life, believe it or not, probably from my 20s on. So 3 decades now, walking around. And I was actually walking on Hollywood Boulevard one time with my family, and the one guy would not leave me alone. He wanted an autograph. I was like, go away. So anyway, it is fun. All right. So D says, didn't know Bruce Willis did this stuff in his spare time. Well, he doesn't that I know of, but we do. Christopher Austin, it's a Beamer, so when it dies, it'll die hard. That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
Well played. That's awesome.
Yep. So Sean Peterson, don't underestimate Bruce Willis. That's right. Don't underestimate him. By the way, our prayers do go out to Bruce Willis and his family for what they're going through with his recent diagnosis. We don't know the details, but Bruce Willis, we love you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we got some other ones here. Eric Dolan. Eric Dolan, he's been like one of our most faithful followers. In fact, he's been commenting since the beginning, and I caught that pattern, and I reached out to him, and we sent him a Maniacs t-shirt.
Awesome.
Just for being like one of our most devoted followers. So thanks, Eric, man, for following us.
Yeah.
He's a true car guy as well. And so he says, good to show how much is involved, even in the simple of tasks, given an appreciation for what it takes to build an entire car. Dying to see what you guys do next. So awesome, man.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, we got Michael Anderson. He says, you guys in the US pay so little compared to us here in Australia, even after allowing for the FX. What is that, like the transfer tax or something? I would imagine so. That same thing here in Australia would cost twice as much. I think he's actually referring to one of our newest videos on the bed cover for my Tacoma. So yeah, that's a bummer for those guys, and we do have it pretty good here, and we don't take it for granted. Love that right there.
That's right,
America. Straight Six fan. Man, this guy's cool too. I chatted with him before. He actually has a YouTube channel and a pretty good sized Insta page. He's a car guy. He's building some cool stuff. He says, so good to hear from you again, John. Awesome to see you driving the Beamer 49. I like that, BMRD 49. That would fit on a license plate.
Yeah.
Beamer 49. That's cool. I like it. And I'm also all sorts of into the sounds of the Mercury Monterey. So what he's referring to is our new project, the 62 Mercury Monterey. We'll touch on that in a little bit. Avanti Gaming, he says, I don't know why the heck your channel and those videos are not viral by now. Hey, you know what, Avanti? I agree with you. But we do have one video that's over 200,000 views, and that's really cool. And there's a few others that are following behind it pretty high up, 40, 50,000 views. So we're getting there.
And keep sharing.
Yeah, keep sharing. He says, this is an amazing work you're doing. You're awesome, guys. Greetings from Bulgaria. Bulgaria, man, that's almost close to my home country. So that was a bad accent there, but I actually grew up in California, but I was born in Romania. With Hungarian nationality, so super confusing. Don't try to figure out. It's like my trying to figure out your kids' names.
all 12 of them.
All 12 of them, man. It's a task. All right. So thanks, man. Thanks, Avanti. All right, Ryan.
Yeah.
Take a few.
John Anderson says, I can't wait to see. I can't see how those wheels sticking out can be remedied without using ridiculous flares. And I just discovered this video. I'm assuming the BMW has a V8, right? Otherwise, it'll sound as bad as it's going to look. Ouch, man. Just keep following along. We like the wheels. Yeah, the factory BMW. We had the BMW wheels on it for a little while. You can see that in some of the older videos. They're kind of tucked in, and it does have that different look. Just wasn't the look we were going for. Kind of more of a racy look. You know, you look at classic race cars and from the old days, and they all had their wheels sticking out good. That was the only way you could fit a big fat wheel, and that's kind of the look we were going for. That's the look we like for this car. It's not for everybody. We understand that.
Yeah, the reality is that there's a lot of looks out there, and they look good. You know, it looks good tucked, it looks good mini tubbed, it looks good tubbed. You know, all the different looks, but we wanted to go for this really wide stance. You know, this car is 18 inches wider at the back than the factory 49. That's 1.5 feet, dude. Yeah. That is wide. It's kind of difficult to drive sometimes, actually.
Wide enough, we had to widen the trailer.
Yeah, we had to widen the trailer to get it on there. So yeah, but you know, the wheels, there's a whole story behind that. We're not going to get into it, but these wheels were made custom for us for this car, and they are 20 by 14 on the rear and 20 by 12 on the front. So they're big old fatties, and I love the way they look. Just love it. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead, man. Take another doozy here.
Well, and as far as the V8, no, we've had the straight six, that giant single turbo on it. We like the way it sounds. It sounds cool. Pretty mean. It sounds pretty raw.
And it's fast.
It is fast.
And it's going to be faster yet.
Let's see. Rhinosos is not trying to make a hate comment because this is a #1 channel.
All right.
Thanks for that. But the wheels stick out too far in my taste. Other than that, the car is super nice modified. Again, cool, man. We understand it's not for everybody. but we like it.
Probably not going to get into the whole thing here, but this guy's cool. Ken D. Barner Jr. He says,
not Barnyard, Bernard.
Bernard. He actually did a really nice comment here about, he's given us some advice on the O2 sensors. We have some videos. We're trying to tune the car. And so you guys can imagine it's got all the BMW electronics and some aftermarket engine management on it. And we've been having some issues with some things. So he has some good pointers here for O2 sensors and some of the values that they're putting out.
Yeah, they run off different frequencies, he's saying. Some of them are 60 hertz and some of them are 75. And that's interesting. Didn't know that. We are using the OEM type Bosch.
We are. He says something to do with the Bosch in the US versus the Bosch in Europe. So interesting comment there. Thanks, Ken, for the advice. We'll definitely look into that and see, man, that may be our issue there. So yeah. Hey man, let's jump into the new project. So
let's do that.
Yeah, take that one, man.
All right. Daniel J. Brown.
Well, tell him what it is. Tell him what it is.
Yeah, we can describe it a little bit. So we picked up a 62 Mercury Monterey. A very, very, very large car, big 4-door, super clean and straight though. No big dents, no rust, holes.
Yeah, I think it's straight, man.
Just a beautiful patina.
Never been hit.
No, a couple little spots on the trunk, but the floors are all solid. It's a very solid car.
Yeah,
pretty much everything is there. The interior was in pretty good condition.
It was all there.
Yeah, definitely all there. And it's going to be a nice full restoration on the interior is kind of the plan. Outside, some nice wheels, slam the thing to the ground. Nice
maybe
exhaust.
air ride. We'll see.
I hope so. Yeah. Eventually. Maybe not right away. Maybe. Has a V8 already. Thinking about doing a little bit of thing, just some mild mods to that and a nice loud exhaust because America.
That's right. Because we can. Not everywhere in America.
No.
But here, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some comments on the 62 Merc because we do have a few episodes out with it already.
We do. Daniel J. Brown says, "Can't wait for deconstruction."
Hey, yeah. Dan's a buddy. He and I go way back. So thanks, Dan, for following our channel and for supporting actually with some of the builds that we're going to be doing in the future.
Yeah, and there is a video out there. We did start deconstruction of the interior. That one is live on our channel there, so you can't see us ripping the interior out. Another person, their username is Building My Ford COE. That's pretty cool.
No, it's really cool. I actually checked out his channel. He's literally building the COE, which is a cab over engine. It's like a super cool looking truck, right? Yeah. He's literally building, like he started with a super rusted out cab and he's cutting it up and like making new panels. He's literally building it from scratch.
Wow.
Like it's wild. It's wild. And I think he's not in the US. I don't know where he is, but thanks for following our channel.
Yeah.
And good luck on your build, man. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He says, "Cool, man. Going to be wild." We hope so too. Daniel Graff says, "Cool new project. I love the interiors of that era of car. Looking forward to see how you pay homage to the original upholstery."
It's homage. You corrected me earlier. I just wanted to correct you.
Okay, my bad.
English is my third language.
I never claimed to be good.
Don't spell check my stuff.
Daniel, thanks for following. Thanks for the comment. That was exactly one of my first comments when I finally saw the car as well. Yeah. Looking at that interior and the green, I'm like, oh, there's some really cool things you can do with this to really make it stand out and be unique, but yet at the same time be close to factory. It'll be cool. Stay tuned, man.
Love it.
The old Paraco Store Cafe Bar. That's the username. So one of the best styles of the 50s and 60s. They just don't make them like that anymore. We agree. take it easy, mate. And this dude's from New Zealand, dude.
New Zealand, man. I checked out his channel too. That's pretty interesting. Got some cool rat rods and stuff. And I don't know what the deal is with the cafe bar. But it sounds cool, man. Absolutely. Too bad it's so far. We could go and visit. We'd go and visit. Thanks for following us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why don't you take it?
Yeah, man. I'm going to take this. This one's a fun one. So, all right. So, Cleveland Maker. He says, okay, folks, this is what I mean about connections. If you weren't them, meaning us, says there's no way in hell you're getting that car for $1,500. Come at me because I'm telling an uncomfortable truth. I keep saying there's a silver key society in the motorhead world. It's a big club and you're not invited. That's what he said. So wait, I responded to him. This was a week or so ago, and I responded to him and I said, ha ha ha, don't play the victim card. Hey, have you heard the saying, the harder I work, the luckier I get? Well, it's true. We picked this car up on Craigslist for $1,500 buckaroonies. Go back a couple episodes and you'll see the whole transaction. Thanks for watching. So then he responded back to that. And he says, I don't, meaning play the victim card, I deal in numbers, period. By the way, I'm just as much of a motorhead as y'all. I just don't have the hundreds of thousands, I'm thinking dollars, right, is what he means.
I would assume so, yeah.
And connections y'all do. Not playing any card, but I see the truth. You want to admit. So I haven't responded to that, but I'm going to do it live right here. So I hate to break it to you, Cleveland, but we did buy this car for $1,500 and no connections. Matter of fact, I browsed through Craigslist and several other, pages looking for cars all the time, and I find too many that I can't buy. And this was one of those that popped up, and I was like, $1,500. That's what they're asking for. They didn't budge one penny. They asked $1,500 for it. It said that it started and moved, and so we went and looked at it. And I actually didn't buy it. I should have bought it right on the spot, but I was kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'll sleep on it. And I left. And then I'm talking to Jim, or the third of the Maniacs at this point. And he's like, you didn't buy it? And I'm like, no. He goes, we're going tomorrow. We're buying it. So we went the next day, went down there. The guy didn't want to budge. He took $1,500. You guys can watch the video. We filmed it. When we picked it up, it actually bent my new trailer, which is a little bummer, but it dovetailed it actually pretty evenly, so that's okay. The thing is heavy. It's a big car. So yeah, we did pay $1,500 for that car. There was no connections in it. As far as connections, I do want to tell you guys, I've been in the industry for a long time. I do have connections with, various, outlets out there, performance parts, things like that, but that's time, and that's what you get for doing what you say you're doing. So we do have some sponsors on the 49 Ford. I don't know what we're going to have on the 62. But some things were 100% sponsored. Some things were a good deal, but I do want to mention that sponsor stuff is not free. It seems free. It's free out of your pocket for the moment, but you do owe, what's the word I'm looking for? You do owe them to come through with it. You got to get them coverage. You got to get it to shows. You got to get, magazine or online publications to cover the car, including their products. And so it is a big commitment. That's what I was looking for, the word commitment. And so, sometimes it's almost better to pay for things. And sometimes we do that because it's just, you don't have to put one more logo on the car and have to try to jump through all the hoops and do the follow-ups and all that. So full disclosure, some of the things, we do have some connections, but that car was straight up bought it on Craigslist.
Yeah. Just watch Craigslist. I've got a couple of searches saved, so it emails me when something pops up under a certain dollar amount, and I'll check it out. And sometimes it's worth it, and other times it's not. Like the last one that popped up was like a $1,500 truck, and basically said bring a trailer, and it was a mess. I wouldn't have given him $500.
Yeah, I think it was a great deal at $1,500 for this 62. It is a 4-door, and they were not really sought after until I think now they're really starting to pick up. 4-doors are kind of cool because 2-doors are just harder to find anymore. And I think there's a lot of guys out there like us, that are kind of pushing the 50-ish 40 to 50 era or age, and you got families, and it's kind of cool to have a custom car that you can cruise to a show and you put your whole family in it, you know. So 4 doors, they call them more doors, which I think is kind of cool. So I think they're, you know, definitely coming up. So, well, what do you think, Ryan? Do you think it's time to kind of wrap this bad boy up?
I'd say so.
All right, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. But you know, first ever live stream. Hope we did good. You know, well, if you guys think this is fun, we can do some more. Maybe do some more Q&A like this. We'll have Jim. Yeah, so we can have Jim. I don't think we have any comments though, that I can tell. First time running this program, so you know that's what we got. But hey, we got a couple. All right, so Captain Obvious. Good morning, gents. And he says praise God. So thanks, man. Brother. Yeah, definitely praise God. You know, we do want to give him glory. In fact, I want to mention something real quick. You know, like we said earlier, we are believers in Christ, and we want you guys to know that. And we want you to feel free to send us comments. You can send comments on YouTube. You can DM, don't DM us on Instagram. Instagram page is really big, and it's really hard to manage the DMs on there. But you know what? I'm going to give you guys a direct email. We have an email. It's contact@maniacsgarage.com. Contact@maniacsgarage.com. If you guys need prayer requests for different things, you know, we want to be here for you guys. You know, we know that our channel is made up of like 99.9% guys. The average age is like 20 to 50. That's the majority. We got younger and we got older than that as well. And we want you guys to feel comfortable doing that. Whatever, you know, we have obviously experience in a lot of things in the past that, you know, Jesus has delivered us from. Amen. And Jim, he'll, you know, his recovered alcoholic, he'll, you know, mention it. I mean, he'll obviously, you know, he's been clean for, I don't even know, a decade or something. Yeah. And so he's a good guy to talk about that and just some other things. So feel free to email us that, and we'll be praying for you guys. And so with that, I want to just make sure that you guys go check out our website at maniacsgarage.com. You can buy shirts like this, hats like that. We got beanies. We got some cool stuff. We have a cool sweatshirt that's got a center zipper. I love it because it goes right through the half of the car, which is so cool. So check it out. If you guys mention or you put in Maniacs 10, which is the word Maniacs, and then 10 for 10, put that in the promo code. You'll get 10% off on all merch. And you guys can also see the full story on the 49 Ford and our sponsors that help make it happen. So thanks guys for following. Make sure you're subscribed. I noticed that most of our viewers are not subscribed, and that's kind of a thing out there on YouTube. But, you know, do subscribe and do turn on your notification bell so you guys can be notified of the videos that we put out. We put out a video a week at least, and it's usually pretty good content. I think it's good content, and we have pretty good editing and some good stuff. Some of the guys, you know, kind of make fun of our music, but I love our music. That's my thing. Yeah. And, you know, we're going to do our thing. That's what we're going to do. So,
and it's clean too. So you can watch our videos with your family. You can let your kids subscribe it. We guarantee they will not see anything on here that they should not see.
That's right. And that's the same thing on our Instagram page at Maniacs Garage and our Facebook page at Maniacs Garage. So we're on all those platforms as well. So
last thing, thank you to Ian, Letitia, and good morning, Jim.
Hey, Jimbo. Jim is watching us. All right, Jim. Yeah. So next time, Jim, you got to be here though, man, because
miss you, bro.
That's right. We do. Have fun though with the girls today. And all right, guys. Well, hey, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
All right. See you guys in the next one.